It is episode 245 of the Coin Show podcast. I am Mike.
And I'm Matt.
And we have a loaded show for you tonight. We have all kinds of cool new stuff. We have a grudge match between me and Matt for coolest thing. It is going to be epic tonight. We want you to go to Friends of the Coin Show podcast and vote for your favorite. When you see them, don't do it until we post it. As for the meantime, hang around here because we've got some educational stuff coming today, and we have a couple of announcements on some stuff that's coming our way, as well as a preview of our trip to the Central States Numismatic Society convention.
Yeah, I'm so excited for that.
So all that is coming up, but first, as always, the news. And the news is brought to us by wristwatches. The old-fashioned kind, wind it up, it tells time, maybe the day and date if you're extra fancy. We're not going away. You still need us. Wristwatches.
Wait, well, what about this? What about those things? No?
Look, they're raging against the machine. You're putting them out to pasture, and I don't think they really like it. I'll bet you we can, maybe a Rolex will start bankrolling.
Sponsorship.
That'd be great. I'd go for that.
Oh, that's funny. Well, let's take a look at the news.
Yeah, so they gone and did it.
Yeah, I saw this.
Okay. I am so angry. So, the director, Ventress Gibson, has been asked to step down.
Boo.
Big boo. She was awesome. She was the best. She was the best director that we've had in a long time.
Very good. Yep. Very, very good. I thought so too. Very, very open, very accessible.
Personable, transparent. Yeah, I mean, just.
She addressed a lot of the gripes of the collecting community against the U.S. Mint website and otherwise. There's nothing bad I can say about the lady. She did a great job.
Yeah, she did. I mean, it's like if you have a public face of a giant, monolith, you get that job done. You're really doing something.
Yep. Well, sad to see her go. Interested to see who's going to come in next. Should be very interesting.
Yeah, I have a line on who it's going to be.
I think I know who it is too, but
and it's going to be bringing
round
back.
2.
Yeah. And so, since I'm mad at the U.S. Mint, I can talk about something about the U.S. Mint that actually makes me happy. The U.S. Mint has produced, and I mean, yeah, this does make me happy. Last episode, we talked about the presidential guidance to eliminate set production, and with very little fanfare, they basically ignored him. So the United States produced just over 1.88 billion coins in the first 3 months of this year.
Wow, that's a ton.
Yeah. And the quote guidance from the president came down at the end of February. So at the time they had made like 300,000 or 500,000 cents so far this year, and in March they made 300,000 or 300 million cents.
Yeah. So, I mean, they'll never be rare. There's hundreds of millions of them.
There are now 900 million of them that have been made.
There are literally almost 1 billion examples of them.
We'll be at the end of this month's report, and we're only in April.
Right.
So it's like, we know that, look, they're disrupting government, and they're doing a lot of things, but there are certain things in our government that just don't turn on and off with a switch. And the Mint,
that's right. Because a lot of that stuff, I mean, a lot of these, like the production contracts for the planchets have already been done and paid for. I'm sure of it. They're already there, probably, most likely. I mean, that stuff doesn't just appear overnight. It has to, it goes through a long, lengthy process, which I'm sure, we're still in the midst of. So that's why they're still producing these. I'm sure, let's look at it again in like July and we'll see what we're talking about. But right now, it doesn't surprise me a bit that they're still making those coins.
Nope. And nickel's just as bad. I mean,
Yep.
there's 74 million of them, but nowhere near as many as cents. And look, the Fed keeps ordering them; they're going to still make them.
Right. Yep. I think so too.
It is still early in the year, so not many mint products are available yet. But the staples continue to march on, with leaders being the new 2025 proof sets, proof silver eagles, and the $5 or 1/10 ounce proof gold eagles.
Just got a picture up of the proof set here, the number one seller at the mint. Not a bad
Yeah, well,
looking.
they got the pictures right this year, so that
Yeah, they
covers
didn't have to send out the corrected boxes.
yes.
Boy,
But your 2025 proof set is your number one seller. Proof silver eagle, number two side. This is subscription stuff that's driving it, and people are still getting in.
correct.
But the new mint medals, I haven't seen the Marine Corps dollar yet, but I'm really impressed with the relief they're doing on those medals. So they've all looked
There's a
really
weird
good.
one in here. Did you see this? They're still selling the 2021 American Innovation Dollar set. They sold
Yes.
419 of them this week.
It's because they're already made and they're never going to melt them.
Well, that's right.
Those things are going to make it all the way until garage sale time.
It's just amazing to me that they sold almost 420 of them this week. It's nuts.
Yeah, probably at the mint.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Hard to say. I'd have to see what the states were for that year. Why is my computer so slow? The Michigan Innovation Dollar showed a very strong debut with almost 1 million coins sold in the first couple of weeks. Now, looking at this, I like this coin.
Yeah, I like how it translated from the line drawings we saw to the actual struck design. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah. It's like it held up. This is definitely an assembly line. Production line is that's a truly Michigan innovation. That's Henry Ford. And they managed to put this on there, tell the story without completely cluttering the coin.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's exactly right.
Always a plus.
Yeah, heck yeah.
There we
go.
You okay?
Yeah, I was just getting these pop-up ads out of here.
Oh, yeah, they're horrible. A $50 Augustus Hbert U.S. Assay Office Slug will be offered by Stack's Bowers next month. So this is the famous $50
octagonal slug. Have you ever had one of these in your hand?
I have seen one. I think I have had one. It was in a slab.
They're super chunky. They contain like 2.5 ounces of gold. They're just like, you get one of those slabs and you're like, oh my gosh, this thing's ridiculous. It's like a little brick. They're crazy.
Yeah, it's like the heaviest coin you've ever had in your hand.
Correct. Yep. These are really awesome. Like I said, if you've never gotten to see one, if you're ever at a show and a dealer happens to have one and they're a nice person, pick it up. Let's take a look at it close. They're super duper cool. The design on the reverse, that concentric lines, is just really, really neat to look at, and unlike anything you've ever seen on a coin before. So I think they're neat.
Yeah, we got to stop using this because these pop-ups are brutal. An FDR medal from his fourth and last inauguration will also be offered by Stack's Bowers, but later this year in their global showcase auction.
He looks kind of worried.
Well, that's the thing. So this is his last inauguration. So this is, really just months before he died.
Yeah, well, there you go. That makes sense. I'd be worried too.
Yeah, he's kind of haggard from the war. I mean, look, you think about the politics of today and how much they beat on, Trump and Biden about how old they were. This guy isn't even that old. And,
yeah, that's a very good point.
Yeah. Let's see. America's Hat has released circulating commemorative $1 coin celebrating the 150th anniversary of the Supreme Court of Canada.
Do we not get a picture of one? What the hell?
Don't show us the coin.
Good job, Canada. I want to see the coin.
No, they give you a really nice picture of all the people that.
I mean, these are what the Royal Canadian Mint, and then the Chief Justices and Supreme Court Justices. I mean, that's cool. But where's the coin, man?
Well, I think that would be a kind of important part of the story, but didn't publish it.
details, whatever.
But for publishing correctly, as many of you know, Whitman has released the 2026 Red Book.
Yes, they have. We were there, and it was fun.
It was so much fun. And for those of you who haven't seen it, go back to our YouTube channel, take a look. There's all kinds of videos from Baltimore from this year, and some really cool interviews. We had a lot of fun with it. We did the launch of the Red Book. It's truly a different book.
Yep. I've got actually ordered mine to be delivered sometime this week.
Yeah. So if you have one and you're at Central States this week, come by the booth. Ask Matt to sign his picture. All right, so it's gonna get edited straight out. I know what's going on. Let's see. Numismatic News asked a poll question this week. Do you think collectible cryptocurrency is here to stay? Well, here's my thing with it. It's like, are we talking crypto or are we talking about something physical?
Both.
How do you collect something that's not physical?
You slap it on a coin with a sticker, and then there you go. That's what these are.
Yeah, but that sticker doesn't do anything. It's like you can spend the crypto, and then the sticker points you at what?
The sticker has the secret code you need to actually redeem the crypto that's on it and move it. So yes, it is a physical coin. Like if you have one that's unredeemed, there's a Bitcoin on there. So
I was always under the impression that the whole point of Bitcoin was that it doesn't exist. It's ethereal. It just, it's in the ether.
Well, but it does exist, and that's the problem. It's there. People use it. I mean, a lot of times criminal organizations use it. The main user of it.
They're not swapping coins. It's like when you spend crypto, you're not swapping coins. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's much more akin to like using your credit card that, you say, hey, I want to spend this much. It transfers this much from one place to another place.
Right. So to me, it smacks of like collecting receipt numbers.
Yeah,
burn it out to get there with me.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Okay, I'm just trying to correct my point of view to where it's
I kind of like that analogy. I'm going to use it.
Okay. Jack Young wonders if eBay has changed their coin policy or if there is some other reason why counterfeits are rampant and removal of counterfeits is getting more and more difficult to accomplish in this week's Battle from the Dark Side.
Well, you know what's funny? I was helping him out with this research, and we picked one really, really bad counterfeit, and a whole bunch of us reported it, like a lot of us. And
yeah, I was one of them. I thought
they never pulled it down. It's still up. So I wonder if they've just kind of given up on trying to enforce the fact that counterfeits are out there and on their site, because they definitely are, and it has been getting worse. No doubt about it.
Is I think that initially their intention was to be, good about it and to do their due diligence. And then it got pointed out to them exactly how much work that is and how much manpower that requires. And honestly, they were really good with allowing collectors to report it because that's your staff and it's free.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Oh, so Paula says the seller took it down. Good. I hope so. But there are hundreds and hundreds and maybe thousands of others listed currently, and they're not taking them down. And obviously eBay's not taking them down because they don't care. They just don't care. I think they would much rather just risk the fact that they're selling things that are illegal and make their money from that rather than actually enforce the law.
Further tarnish their reputation, and it's going to hurt their business.
Well, but the problem is it's everywhere. Whatnot, there's tons of fakes. All these other sales sites, they're fakes everywhere. So I mean, this is what we've been fighting for years, and now it's coming home to roost.
Yes, and I guess my point is that with every new platform that comes up, there is fresh hope that, well, this one's not going to fall victim to that. And they always do. And I'm just saying that what we're seeing may be the beginning of the end for eBay.
The thing is, they need the experts. They need the people involved that can help them identify, because obviously as a e-commerce company, they don't have the ability to determine what's fake and what's not. They actually need the help of experts in that particular field and lots of other particular fields to identify these fakes, and they just won't do it. They can't do it, maybe not. So,
In my opinion, it is better to do the best you can flailing at a hurricane than it is to do nothing.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, I get it, and it sucks. It does. It sucks. It's no good. But that's where we're at. So, boo, 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 hiss, boo.
Oh. Once again, it is that time of year. Central States Numismatic Society is hosting its annual convention in Schaumburg, Illinois, April 23rd through the 26th.
I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
I am too, because look, it's Wednesday is the early bird and dealer access. Thursday is going to be the main first day of the show. We're going to have a meet and greet on Thursday, right?
Yep, Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. If you're going to be attending the show and you would like to come out and hang out with Mike and I and take a test, Barry's bringing a test.
If you want to have some fun, come down here and heckle us. I don't care.
Yep, 8:30 p.m. in the lobby of the host hotel there, the Renaissance Hotel. We will just listen for the loud group that's making a lot of noise, and we'll be the ones.
It sounds like they're having a lot of fun. That'll be us.
That'll be us.
Friday, I will be at the show all day, and Saturday I'll be at the show part of the day. There's a lot of stuff going on this week, though, because we're doing our meet and greet. Also, something I'm a really big fan of is coming up, and so that is where we go to. Finally, in the news, the Newman Numismatic Portal is going to have its 2025 symposium during Central States. So it's all going to be either fed through a room in Central States in that hotel, or it will be done in that room. So Len Augsburger and Leanna Spurrier invite you to come down and actually watch the people give these talks. So on Thursday, our very own Russ Bega will be giving a talk.
Russell.
And I'm going to be doing something on Saturday while Matt's on his way home.
Yeah, we always ask to close out the symposium. They make us the last ones. We're the closer of the show, and by that time, Matt is ready to go home. He's been in Chicago for almost a week.
I don't blame you. Hey, look, it's like you got a family. You want to get back to them. That's perfectly acceptable. But
Mike does a great job. Mike does a wonderful job of it.
I like doing it because I can just get up there and pontificate about anything I want, and it's kind of cool. They archive these things, forever. So if you want to go back and look now, this year there is kind of a there's kind of a team effort going on, because there's a lot of us that are out there trying to combat all this numismatic misinformation. And that is going to be the theme of my talk this year. So I'm going to be talking about podcasting and good places you can go to get information. And I'm going to have some fun with some of the bad stuff, because it's there and it's easy, and I'm going to. And I put together my deck for it. And I will tell you that there's a certain person's picture that's in this a lot.
Oh, I bet I know exactly who you're talking about, which is the funny part.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So that's going to be fun. And so the Newman Numismatic Symposium, if you can't make it to Central States, you can still watch the entire symposium. It's all 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
They're live streaming it all out to the world.
Yeah. So I believe in this article, there's a link. If you can't find a link, just all you have to do is literally Google Newman Numismatic Portal, and
nnpsymposium.org is the website. If you need to get to it, that's how you get
it. If you have a hard time spelling symposium, just NNP. All you have to do is Google that, and it should be like the first result.
Nice.
And that was the news. And the news tonight was brought to us by wristwatches, the old-fashioned kind, Wind it up, tells time, maybe the day and date if you're extra fancy. We're not going away. You still need us. We're wristwatches.
Richie's got something cool he wants to talk about.
Yep.
So he says, I think the 2000 P&D second wave VIP dollar strikes are newsworthy. There were 2 of the D coins, 120 mintage, that finally came to the market after 25 years. Yeah, these are cool. These just popped up. We're going to have a fun little story about a fun little...
Yeah, that leads into one of our announcements. You might as well go ahead and give it up.
Go ahead, sir. May 9th. I'll just give the date. You can say what's going on. May 9th. You guys are going to want to come hang out with us. That is a Friday night.
No.
That is a Friday night because, well, then that's not May 9th, friend. May 9th is a Friday night.
Hold on a second. Let me look at something really quick.
Yeah, check your email. Check your email. Anyways, we got a fun hangout planned with you guys with a special guest who will be here for the entire hangout to talk, hang out, answer questions.
Well,
and that special guest is...
I'll let you guys know. As for now, I would expect it the 10th then, because we talked about it being a Saturday. It's going to be a live show, and she knows that we do our show on Saturdays. So, Randy Teton, the model for the Sacagawea coin, commented on the short that I did with James Segal about these VIP coins. And I will tell you, after having spoken with her a little bit, she's got some opinions on this stuff. So.
And the funny thing is, I believe in her response, she said she had some of these that she
has some from the Philadelphia Mint, and she was unaware of the ones from the Denver Mint. So she was the one that actually pushed the button to strike them at Philadelphia.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, and then
we were
talking about all kinds of really cool things when I got a chance to just talk to her for a couple of minutes, and it's like super person, sweetheart, absolute sweetheart. And
I was thinking about this. How many living models are there of people that are on coinage? I can't think of another one.
Well, they haven't used an allegory since the 30s, and that's kind of a problem.
Well, that's
everybody else has been dead people,
right? So this has got to be like the only living person who's depicted in a way on a coin. You have the inspiration. There's very famous ones. The inspiration for the peace dollar and the Morgan dollar. These were very famous people.
Yeah, so she is going to come on, and she is going to spend an entire hour hanging out with us. We're just going to make it the Randy Teton hour and let her shine and just have some fun, talk to her, and
so have your questions ready if you ever have any questions.
Yeah, I will tell you this, that she wanted to do it live so that she can interact with everybody. That I respect that. I think that's really cool.
Well, you got it, because here we are. So that's announcement number 1. Big announcement, May 9th/10th. Be on the lookout for more on our socials. We will bring that to you guys. Announcement number 2.
Yeah, you want to go with this one?
Oh, go ahead. You're doing great.
Well, thanks.
So
if you go to our Facebook page and go to our private group, Friends of the Coin Show, you will find a new toy for you to play with. Something that we are debuting there, and we're hoping to take over the world with.
Yeah, we have been playing with a new feature that is from Meta itself, but it's an AI bot that allows us to help you guys with coins. We're calling it Coin Bot. I think that's a great name. But it is an AI software that allows us to give it input on the information that it gives you. So it will ask us for clarification if it doesn't know an answer on something. But the cool part is I've actually been in touch with the developers, and I am hoping that I will be able to help them really focus this thing for numismatics, and we can actually have something that gives out true, honest, good, accurate information in an automated format rather than some of these AI scanning apps that give out terrible information. So,
Right.
you know,
AI worked again.
yeah, the back end of it allows me to tell it what to do and what not to do. And it also allows me to review some of the answers before it sends them.
And we've been playing around with it today, trying to trip it up,
So that's
trying
kind of
to
cool.
get really odd stuff out of it. And so I would invite you.
And we do.
There's some sort of a delay in between the two of us, but I would invite you to go into the group, Friends of the Coin Show. You will, as soon as you go there, one of the first posts you'll see is Meet Coinbot. And since it's Meta's bot, we can't really break it. So I would tell you guys, have at. Go trip it up. Go have fun with it. Ask it anything you can. This is the beta testing for something that hopefully will be, something we can actually rely on in the future.
Yeah, Paula said she turned off the AI in her group, and I thought about it. That's why we were kind of playing with it, because if I can make it a useful tool that gives out good, honest, accurate information, I'm going to do that. And if I can not get that focused the way that we want it focused, I'm going to shut it off.
Right off.
But at this point, it's allowing me to give it input, and it's learning. It's learning from the input that I am giving and formulating correct answers. So, yeah, right. Paula says, "I have enough real people giving bad answers." You know what? That's honestly the truth.
Yeah, it is the truth. But this.
But imagine if you had input on every answer that was given. You know,
Yeah,
that's
we
kind of
put
where
it
we're
into
at.
a closed loop.
Yeah.
So it will have an actual numismatist that looks at the question before it's answered. And I have been throwing absolutely just garbage at it. Is my $1804 worth money? It's the stupid kind of stuff that they're going to get from people that I want to try and break it with. So,
Right. And, you know, I actually have been really digging down into it, figuring out where it pulls its information from, where and giving it guidance on what to pull from. It
verify.
allows. Yeah, and that's, like I said, that's why I was in touch with the developers to maybe get a hold of them and say, "Hey, you know, these are great. This is this is that. This is really what you want to use for this. This info here is bad."
It's a giant pipe dream, right? We don't really expect that this is going to be like the next answer. But if it works out as a tool, even for a short time, why not?
Right. Right. Yep. Yep. All right, buddy. Well,
All right, so we had a battle royale. We had a really good educational segment. We're pumping on all cylinders, bud. Go to our Friends of the Coin Show group, check out Coinbot, play with Coinbot,
break it and correct it. If it gives you wrong information, tell it that it's wrong, please.
Tell it that it's wrong and tell it the right answer.
Yep. Or tell it to do a bit more research. I've done that a couple times. Tell it, say, "Hey, you need to research this more. You're incorrect.
Your research is false or incorrect."
I am trying to make this thing learn.
Thank you to Barry, and thank you to Justin, and thank you to Ernesto and Russ and Leanna and Fuzzy and everybody else involved with this show. We thank them very much for helping us put this together. We thank you mostly for listening.
Thank you, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
This is completely worthless, but we'd still do it. We'd do it anyway. All right, my friend. We will talk to you next time, episode 246 of the Coin Show podcast. Be there, be square.
Bye, everybody.